I'm here.
You here?
I give you guys the night. I'm here.
All right. So, what did you think of Austin St. John and his Hitler merch idea?
Yeah, you've been quiet about that. No comments I've seen.
I think it's ridiculous. 100% grade A. There's no sugarcoating it, and there's no one. I think it's insane to even mention that and think like, hey, did I really just say that out loud? Like, it wasn't smart at all. It wasn't smart at all.
I think he definitely misspoke, but Amy, we cover Amy Jo Johnson. Were you surprised that she spoke up about it?
Oh, I was laughing. I was dying. I when I saw it on Twitter, I reposted it using the ludicrous gif from Fast and Furious when he spits out the drink when Tyrese calls and The Rock says, you use some baby oil or something like that. I just thought it was hysterical.
Okay,
but I mean, it shows to the point how over the community is, even to the point where your cast members are just over it because it sounds that ridiculous.
I would agree. I mean, Hitler is a demon on steroids, but he has some pretty good one-liners.
Should that be the quote that goes on the shirt?
Oh, I think that will be a quote on the shirt. I can see someone walking around a con with he had some pretty good one-liners just to mess with him.
Mm-hmm.
And not I'm sure they won't put Hitler on it, but they'll say he has some pretty good one-liners. That'd be like the ultimate troll job for him.
Who's first to get that shirt made?
And I'm waiting for someone. Patrick, I know you go to cons and stuff. I'm waiting for someone to cross that line at cons, because you can like moderate and look out, but I could tell you I'm gonna ask him what's his favorite color, and then be on the mic and be like, so what about those Hitler shirts? What do you think? You know what I mean? Like, how do you stop that? Trust me, like when I used to moderate for Jason, there was a point, I don't remember when, that there were just certain questions, like if they were to ask, of course, if he was on NDA about the show or, upcoming thing, I would have to moderate. And there's a lot of people I'd be like, what's your question? And they'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna ask him. And then when they got on the mic, they would say something completely different. So it doesn't matter what it's very hard to moderate and control that. I just wonder how he's gonna handle it, at the moment, right? Because obviously he likes to talk and lie, but I wonder what's gonna happen when someone's like, "Oh, what about the Hitler shirts?"
I don't know. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be alright.
Yeah.
No, it's just crazy because again, it's the Ranger community sometimes there are those diehard fans that no matter what you say, they will ride with you. And I think it's very important to have a reminder of these characters on the show and these actors are two different people. The characters that you grew up with, that was your favorite leader, favorite Ranger, favorite color, those are not the same people in real life. And Jace used to say this too in live videos and stuff like that. Don't hate the character. Don't let your childhood ruin what you grew up with. But the actor is somebody completely different. That is, it's okay to still appreciate your characters and your superheroes and your idols, but the actors are completely different. Completely different.
Hey, how the hell you watching all my videos but you ain't subbed? Come on, man. Hit that sub button. This is true. All right. So, I mean, last ASJ question. What did you think of his lack of apology, and then like maybe was it 72 hours later, his team saying that they wasn't making any shirts with Hitler on it?
Because they already knew the backlash. They already knew the backlash of what was already going to happen. So of course they're going to say, no, wait for the merch store to come out. But the mental checklist is, well, now I know not to put that shirt on the merch store. It's kind of like you're fishing for responses on the internet, and what you get back, it's like, all right, well, we tried that, we let that slip, but we're not going to put that out, and what we're going to say is, no, it was never going on there.
Okay. Yeah, he said it on the show. Yeah. Okay.
I know. I thought that was so disingenuous of him to say it on the show and then tell the fans that nah, I'm not. We were never going to put him on the show.
Yeah, it's gaslighting. I said it earlier. He likes to gaslight, and a lot of them do when they're, cornered about things that they did wrong, right? Same thing with the order stuff. They it's just gaslighting, and I think that if you take those rose-colored glasses off and forget that he's Jason Lee Scott and just think that he's the man, Austin St. John or Jason Geiger, whatever he wants to go by now.
Shit.
You could see that. You know what I mean? Like how are you gonna say, well, he's probably gonna be like, well, Henry, let's say Henry and myself were saying all the lies that he says. Well, they're horrible people. Why? You're gonna respond instead of saying, damn, they caught me in a liar. Or like I said, be humble, right? Man, I messed up.
Yeah.
I should have said the Hitler thing. It was my mistake. But no, instead of doing that, he's saying, well, his team, he was never going to put it on there. Or just block everyone, every Jewish fan, everyone that's telling him like, what the heck, let's block him. And then let's just say, I was never going to do it. No, I was never going to put it. So I never said it. It's in the internet forever.
And there's nothing to stop you from engaging with your fans across your socials. Yes, you have a team that monitors your comment section, puts likes on comments, but there's nothing stopping you from going on your IG lives, going on your Facebook lives, and really being you, because you can honestly tell who's the one who's posting and writing the captions and who's not. You can tell by the dialect, you can tell by the word choices that either, hey, this is you actually making these captions, or this is your team that's actually putting these captions. You can tell that by word play, and you really don't use word, and this is just in general, you really don't use words like this, so I don't see you writing this in the captions. It's just either pre-written for you, copy and paste, and kind of things like that. But there's nothing stopping you from doing exactly what you guys do. Like, hey, I'm going live Friday night at 8 p.m. Come in. And what? Because you don't want to do lives because you know what the comment section is going to be like.
Comment section will eat him alive.
He's not good at like live confrontation at all. So
no, he's not. He's not. I think the only person who like goes consistently live is like David Yost. He's good on the lives, but everybody else, no, they don't really jump on live.
What are you talking about? Karen actually does a podcast live.
Oh, I haven't checked out the podcast.
All right.
Yeah, she does a podcast live, but she's silent about the situation. But okay.
You know what? And this came up during my interview with Unworthy Productions. He went in on Karen Ashley. I'll have to wait for the interview. Why do you think she's been silent? Because she's very outspoken is on pretty much all issues. And it just caught. Yeah.
It's some people just stay far clear from the fire and the house burning and stuff like that. I prefer just not to get involved in any type of physical way or form. It's but I mean, maybe sometimes it's, hey, you lit that fire, you need to lay a little bit, and take, maybe that's her form of, you need to take responsibility. I'm not gonna help you out.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem is she's been outspoken a lot about a lot of things, even political things, even things that you would shy away from being in the spotlight, and she was very boisterous about that. I think it's sad that a lot of people aren't speaking.
Management won't let her talk.
But I mean, I don't know. I think if you're very opinionated, like she has been always, she would. I mean, I at least would have said, this is how I would handle, right? From Jason, like, would tell me, like, wait, instead of saying this, this is how you go, she could have been like, I'm gonna reach out to Austin, although we have a relationship, I disagree, and I hope that he really reconsiders his thought on the fashion line. That's it. You're not shitting on him. You're not making him feel stupid. You're not like, doing anything, but you're at least saying, I don't agree with it, right? Because when you're silent, you're complicit. That's all. When you're silent, you're complicit.